Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about fog whisperers, consultants, and what I think the consultants should actually do for the game compared to what they're currently doing. The reason I want to make this is because despite saying it a bunch, people are still really confused on what these roles actually are and what they actually mean. And so I want to clarify things because I think a lot of frustration is coming from people just simply not knowing what they're talking about. So I want to make it really, really clear. And then at the end, I do want to go over what I think the consultants should do to be more effective of a program than probably what they currently are. So first off, let's go over fog whisperers. What is a fog whisperer? It's just someone that behavior likes to represent their game. That's it. That's all it's ever been since 2018, since they first did it. I know this firsthand because my wife was a fog whisperer for a very long time before she stopped playing the game, and I have a direct firsthand account of what it's supposed to be. Fog whisperers are just positive PR for the game. They're just meant to be people that represent Dead by Daylight in a somewhat positive light, and they're positive brand ambassadors for the game. That's why you'll notice a lot of people have been taken away from the community, the Fog Whisperer membership, if they're not representing the community in a positive way. That's just what the role is, and if you're not fulfilling that role, then they don't want you in that role. That's, thinking about like Dowsy going with, criticizing devs and stuff like that and making a justified but negative environment. They don't see that as good, so they want him out, all that stuff. That's all it is. That's all the role is. It's just positive reinforcement and positive representation for the game itself. Perks of a Fog Whisperer, again, they list all of this stuff. You get chapter codes for viewers, in-game currency, bonus blood webs in the playtest build, and potential information on upcoming builds or upcoming changes. Nowhere, anywhere here does it say that they have any feedback to the devs whatsoever. They just don't. Now, as an interesting aside, a lot of people do bring this up because it's like a shadow topic that people aren't very aware of. There was, I don't know if it's the case anymore, I left it a while ago, but there was a Discord that had the developers of Dead by Daylight in it, and it had a few known players in it as well. It was like 15 to 20 players. I don't remember the exact amount. It was a long time ago. But there we had a direct line of communication to the developers. Again, nothing to do with Fog Whispers. I wasn't a Fog Whisperer, and I was in this Discord still with a direct line of communication to the devs. Now, I ended up leaving it because they just ignored us, and it was pointless. But it was called Murder of Crows, and it was a private Discord where we could directly talk to the devs. So this is probably the first iteration of that consultant thing that people are talking about. This was not a paid position or anything like that. That's why I think this version is different, because they're now a paid position. And back when I was in that Discord with the devs and stuff, it wasn't a paid thing. It was just, hey, give us some feedback on stuff, and that's about it. So I think there are multiple iterations of this consultation program, and that's why I think there's a bit more of a difference this time compared to what it used to be. They might take it a bit more seriously now, which would be a good thing. That's why I'm not saying, although there have been things like this in the past, it's never been a publicly recognized thing that has pressure on them now to represent the community positively in that way. So, like I said, there were things like this in the past, but it had nothing to do with Fog Whisperers, and there was no consult title or anything like that. But like I said, I left that years ago because, there were numerous problems, and we'd tell the devs about it, and then they would just basically just ignore all of us. It was pointless to be there, so I just left. So that was that. So the modern consults, the modern consultation program right now, they are making feedback. If you compare behavior now from like 3 years ago, the changes they're making to the things they've done are just better than it was before. Now, every once in a while, they still let something really stupid slip by, but I don't think that's the fault of the consults themselves. I think it's the fault of behavior for not contacting them soon enough, because even someone with 50 hours in the game would tell you that the Twins PTB thing was a horrible idea. So here, I think, is the current issue with the consultation program and why people don't have too much faith in it right now. I'm going to do an extremely elaborate, completely unnecessary example of what they do and what they should do. This is a giant waste of time. There's no reason for me to do this. So let's say behavior is like, hey, I want to... Behavior's main problem right now is they want to shoot someone. This is their main dilemma right now. They want to shoot someone. That's their goal. So how are they going to shoot someone? Well, the first thing they need to do is probably make some sort of gun, right? Now, a gun is going to have multiple components to it. The gun is going to have, like, the barrel. The gun is going to have, a magazine. So we'll just do mag. A gun is going to have, handle or something like that. No, you kind of get what I'm getting at. A gun is going to have ammo. So we have this idea and we have all the things that are surrounding this idea, right? So the handle could be, I don't know, short or long or a stock or whatever. A magazine can be, an extended mag. It can be I don't know, a drum mag. Just, all the variants of it. The barrel can be stubby. It can be fucking silencer or whatever. You can have all these things with the idea. The ammo can be hollow points or armor piercing or whatever. And then here we got to go, well, the drum magazine, what's the weight of that? How do we balance that? All this stuff. There's a lot of branching things that happen. And what the consultants do, from what I understand right now, is they pretty much check all this stuff right here. The developers show them all the stuff that they're working on, and the consults might be like, okay, this silencer you got, this is stupid. This is not going to work. The silencer's pointing up. It's just going to shoot bullets in the air. This is dumb. And so behavior might go, okay, fine. Yeah, then we'll just no silencer. Let's not do that. And then they push that out, and everyone's like, okay, good. They were going to do that stupid silencer, but because they were consulted, they, actually didn't end up going with a really stupid decision. The whole point of this whole example here is what the consults should be doing is not any of this shit. All this shit doesn't matter. They should be going right here, right when the idea pops into their head, and they're like, hey, I'm behavior. I want to shoot someone. The consult should say, hey, maybe don't shoot someone. That's a stupid idea. Don't waste all this time fucking around with how to shoot someone when the issue is you just shouldn't shoot someone. That's the issue that we have right here. The consults are not having input early enough in the process. That is, I think, why a lot of people view this system as a joke, because it doesn't matter if they spend these times and resources on something that's dumb. Yeah, then the console can say, no, that's stupid. Fix it. Stop it. Change it. Reverse it. Don't do that. But they should be stopping them from doing it to begin with. They should be at the first step of the theorizing process, because that's when you're going to save yourself time and money and resources, not dedicating time to a stupid idea. And that is why I think the consult should be there, a part of that process. If that was the case, I think people would have a lot more faith in behavior, and they'd have a lot more faith in this program, because these bad ideas would never really come to fruition to begin with. And so we wouldn't have to scramble to fix a lot of things. Now, the things that we are fixing are being fixed much quicker and at a more consistent rate than they have been in the past. That is just objectively true. But we should not be making these mistakes that need to be fixed to begin with anymore. And that's why they need to have an early input on there. So, brief explanation of what fog whispers are, what consults are, and what consults should do. Hopefully that clarifies stuff, but that's it. Thanks for watching.